Welcome into a Thursday edition. It is Mornings on Main Street Media Television. I'm Chris Yao, joined as always by Justin Kulik, and we are live across Middle Tennessee. And glad to have you guys with us this morning. So happy to be looking at downtown Nashville as we take a look there at Bridgestone Arena in the background. You see the yellow window sills of Alan Jackson's AJ's Good Time Bar. All kinds of great stuff going on this morning in downtown Nashville. A beautiful day it is. I don't see a cloud in the sky, Justin. Nowhere.
I know, and it might stay that way if we're ready for the weather. I can go ahead and sling that weather to y'all. Today's weather is brought to you by Roy's Meat Service. Whether it be a bologna sandwich, ribs, mac and cheese, or an RC Cola, you'll be in heaven. Everyone on the staff is so nice and attentive. Me and Chris definitely recommend Roy's Meat Service highly. You can visit them at roymeatservice.com. That's without an S, roymeatservice.com. And you can even get stuff to go, raw meat to go to barbecue at home. Football's coming up. Want to barbecue with your friends? Go ahead and stop by Roy, and they'll take care of you. The weather today is, as you said, Chris, immaculate. It's going to be really nice today. It's 78 currently. Low humidity, 54%. And the high's going to be 90. Low's going to be another crisp 67. And no rain chances throughout the afternoon. Let's get it.
So pumped.
Yes, so nice.
Tomorrow may be the day.
Yes.
We need to I'll try to come in studio and we'll go get some Fernando.
Fernando's Casadia. Yes, I'm down.
Saying.
Probably not like that, but
I'm here for it. Let's do it. Man, look at that. There's vehicles that probably shouldn't be on the street, just all over the street.
Oh, see the bottom left?
Yes. What
are they doing
here?
They're taking a picture, but I always wonder why.
Taking a picture of what are they taking a picture of?
I'm not sure. See, that's the thing.
Well,
that's the thing. I always wonder, like, have you ever seen the construction people? They always set up like a camera.
So they're surveying, right? Those aren't cameras. Those are. It tells you how far away you are.
Chris, I didn't know that. I thought they were
kidding. Sometimes my useless knowledge can help, Justin.
That's fantastic. I had no idea.
Yeah. So they're taking. So obviously, Ernest Tubb Record Shop has been closed and sold. Things are going to be a little bit different there soon, and that's part of it. So they're. I think I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing there, but hopefully they don't take away that iconic sign because my goodness, that sign is literally iconic.
It's in the blood.
It really is. So I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're definitely surveying something, and I hope it's not to demolish anything at the Ernest Tubb Record Shop. So
not to level it, yeah.
That's exactly what they're going to do. No, I don't think that's the case at all.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Man, it really is like it's nice out there today, and I'm looking forward to another fantastic day.
Oh yeah, look,
it's a big day.
Yes,
balls, baby. Yeah, Tennessee playing tonight. High school football across the area. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got 3 fantastic stories in our top stories, and one of them is so big, Justin, that we're going to take an entire segment and dissect it with Tina Lee. Coming up later as well. So it's going to be a fantastic show. But before we get going, man, scrolling through Twitter as I am wont to do, did you know, live mascots, speaking of college football, live mascots have become pretty mainstay in college sports. I mean, you've got Bevo in Texas. You've got, whatever the name of the Eagle is now in Auburn.
Yes.
UGA. I mean, live mascots are big. So South Carolina is coming up with they're going to have a live rooster or a gamecock.
Thank goodness.
Because
what are they going to name it? Do you know?
That's the thing. They're taking suggestions for names right now. And leader in the clubhouse for me, Darius Clucker.
Yes. Dexter McClucker.
Well, Darius Rucker is a South Carolina fan. He's a South Carolina graduate. So Darius Clucker is perfect.
That absolutely is perfect. You're right.
I'm here.
I don't know why there's any other debate.
There should be no debate. Of this, there can be no debate.
You may not debate this.
To me, it's a pretty obvious choice, but others may not necessarily agree. That's okay though. Yeah.
Is it a rooster? This is gonna be a stupid question. Could be. So watch out, everyone. Is a rooster and what we're trying to do here, gamecock, similar?
So a gamecock is just a rooster that fights.
Oh, okay. Like a angsty one.
Yes. And I'm not sure why South Carolina are the Gamecocks, but that my school is the Gamecocks as well.
Oh, really? What school is that? I know. Hey, look at that.
Jacksonville State got a little Gamecock right here with this.
I didn't know you went to Jacksonville State. That's great.
So we have the Gamecocks. We're the only two Gamecocks there are, and the old school. Let's see if I can find the story. The Gamecocks of Jacksonville State used to not be called the Gamecocks, and the story is that it just seemed more fitting than it's more fight. There's more grit, more fight in a Gamecock. So
than a rooster.
Yeah.
So a rooster is just a calmer one we've established, right? A regular rooster.
Yeah, it's basically a regular rooster. Now, we used to be the Eagle Owls.
Oh, what is an eagle owl?
I don't know. But anyway, our little mascot is a lot of fun. So anyway, a lot going on in the world of college football, and that's one of the things. And Gamecocks next year, Jacksonville State and South Carolina are going to play football against one another, and I guess the winner gets to keep the nickname.
Okay, great.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That's a really cool thing. Here's an eagle owl, by the way.
That's
pretty cool.
That seems pretty fierce.
That's a pretty fierce animal, I would say.
I'm scared of it. I don't want that thing to catch me outside.
It looks super intuitive. You know what I mean? Like it could figure it out. Like I feel like I'm in
how
trouble.
Many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop?
1, 2,
3. 3. That's the answer.
Didn't think it was going to go there.
Oh well, it's very important. It's very important. Anyway, let's try to get into today. Thursday. This whole day has been crazy. I started out. Had a whiskey barrel latte at Legacy Coffee this morning, and
that's amazing.
Met with it was delicious. Met with a friend, and looking forward to maybe some future collaboration between Main Street and his company. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So
heck yeah.
I've been kind of
productive.
Already this morning. I can't believe
it.
It doesn't, it takes a while for me to actually, be productive sometimes, but we do have an exciting week coming up next week. Obviously, with high school football tomorrow, we're winding down and looking forward to it. But we have 3 incredibly important stories coming up in the next segments, so you guys are definitely going to want to stick around. It's huge. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, Justin, the top 3 stories of the day on Mornings on Main Street. It's Main Street Media TV.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is, we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride, visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Hey everyone, I'm John English. This is Keith Wallace, and we would like to welcome you to John English Antique Sports and Cards in Shelbyville, Tennessee. We specialize in graded and ungraded sports and non-sports card, vintage wax boxes, and unopened cases. We have a large selection of PSA graded cards. We also specialize in old sports collectibles, baseball, football, basketball, golf, and tennis. You can find it all at John English Antique Sports and Cards. We are happy to be associated with Nashville's greatest sports antique, George Plaster.
Beautiful look at downtown Nashville. That is Lower Broadway. The radio tower of Bridgestone Arena. Man, what a beautiful sight. I love this city. Seriously, I mean,
Me too. It's so nice.
I've been to I've been to every major city in this country, and it just there's nothing like Nashville. It feels small town, and it's not crazy. I don't have to. I know how to get around. It doesn't take me 3 hours to get around,
Which is huge.
I mean, it really is. And you can complain about the traffic all you want. Traffic here is nothing. compared to
Yeah,
almost every other major city in this country.
it really isn't. Like you can take within a mile, you're pretty much everywhere in the city. Maybe
There
not.
is no other major city in the world where you could park trucks in the middle of the road on a weekday.
Multiple.
Multiple trucks just parked in the middle of the road. Of course, this guy's
Doesn't
getting
matter.
out of the way, but I don't think
Right.
we'll see if he succeeds. My guess is absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to sneak in there where he's trying
Buddy,
to.
I don't even know why. Like, why did you do that? There was no reason for that, unless
He's
you're
like,
going
"I'm
to
just
actually finish it off and find, get out of the road. That was useless.
Okay, there's one guy that's closest to us with the logos on the side of the truck. Just I'm going to take a lane. Let's just take a
Yeah,
lane.
just the whole lane. And go for it, man. This
guy's
city
just
is
gonna stay there.
so unique. I love it though. Yeah,
Me too.
I drive into town from 65 South, and I just you see the Batman building, and I just think, man, I can't believe I live here. Like, I spent a lot of time here as a kid, but living here is different.
That's the thing too. It's like you don't. Well, I didn't at least realize like the significance of the city, and to some extent, I still really don't. But once you start to realize how significant it is, and like how many people have come through here on their way to success, especially in the music industry, it's just cool. It's just really cool.
I mean, if you're at all a country music fan, it's nostalgic, man. Things are changing. I get that. I miss old Nashville too, but it's still Nashville.
Exactly. Still at the core.
It's still Nashville. It's never
scarier.
going to be New York or LA, and I'm okay with that.
Right. Oh yeah, me too. We're the honky tonk LA.
Yeah, that's exactly what we are. I've got some great stories today, Justin. I'm really looking forward to these. Two of them anyway. One of them is pretty crazy, and we'll get into it with our guest a little bit later as well. Again, like I said, it's so crazy that Tina Lee is going to have to join us and talk about it. But we'll get into the basics here in momentarily. But first, we look in Nashville. This week, Nashville's Continuum of Care and Nonprofit Community Solutions announced the acquisition of a property that will help alleviate homelessness among Nashville's veterans. Glastonbury Woods, located off Briley Parkway near the airport, is a 144-unit property that one day will be a 50-50 mix of units for veterans exiting homelessness and middle-income units. Community Solutions in Nashville have partnered since 2018 through the Built for Zero program with a goal of functional zero, making homelessness rare and brief. Current Built for Zero efforts in Nashville are focused on veteran homelessness. As turnover for current tenants occurs naturally, the units will be available for veterans who are prioritized through the city's coordinated entry system. The system looks at factors such as how long a veteran has experienced homelessness and health issues they may have. Nadine Millay, Director of Housing Systems for Community Solutions, said they expect it to take 2 to 3 years to reach 50-50 mix at the property, but it depends on market conditions and the turnover rate. Typically, a few units open each month. No city funds were used in the acquisition of the property, according to Community Solutions. Glastonbury Woods will be managed through a property management plus model that will work with the veterans and their caseworkers to ensure tenants can stay stably housed. The middle income units are priced for people earning 80% of the area's median income. As of August, 173 veterans were experiencing homelessness in Nashville, according to Sally Lott with the Metro Homeless Impact Division. Over 100 of those veterans have a housing resource like a voucher or subsidy, but there are no available units. Mental health, financial strain, substance abuse disorders, and the cost of living in Nashville while on a limited income are all issues that can contribute to veteran homelessness, said Jaha Martin, a coordinated entry specialist with the VA. Along with case managers, the VA also provides peer support specialists and employment specialists. The VA helps them connect to mental health care and community health care if they don't apply for VA health care. Buffalo Valley and Curb Victory Hall, through Operation Stand Down, are two other facilities in Nashville that have designated housing for veterans. We need more of this, said Martin. Not only is it giving an opportunity for veterans to be housed, but it also provides them with supportive services in terms of case management that is provided through licensed individuals through the VA. I think with all of those things in place, it creates a strong housing first model that veterans can succeed. John Cooper, mayor of Nashville, said in a statement, Nashville is deeply committed to implementing a true housing first model that will get our unhoused neighbors, in particular those who have bravely served our country, off the streets and into stable housing so they can begin rebuilding their lives. In Sumner County, a special called meeting of the newly elected Sumner County Commission is set for tonight. At least 2 of the voting items on the agenda appear to have been decided ahead of time, according to a seating chart submitted to the county clerk's office earlier this month. This year, 17 new commissioners and 6 incumbents are expected to be sworn in on Thursday during a special meeting called by outgoing Mayor Anthony Holt. Undecided currently is Gallatin's District 13 seat, in which Democrat Brenda Dotson tied with Republican Terry Boyd in the August 4th general election. In the event of a tie, commissioners have the authority to either appoint a winner or hold a runoff election. During the last meeting of the outgoing commission on August 15th, members seemed ready to approve a runoff election to be held in November, but voted instead to refer the matter back to the legislative committee that will meet in September. However, according to a public notice issued for September 1st, the newly sworn commission will, quote, consider and possibly vote upon the matter to resolve the tie vote in the District 13 County Commission seat. By statute, Holt had the authority to call the meeting since incoming Mayor John Isbell hadn't yet been sworn in. In Sumner County, the county mayor does not have a vote on the county commission. Isbell said earlier this week he worked with Holt to set the September 1st meeting agenda and that placing the District 13 appointment on the agenda was a result of general discussions he had with several people. It was an item that needed to be discussed, so it was put on there, said Isbell. If the new commissioners don't want to take it up, they don't have to take it up. The intent was to give them the opportunity to discuss it. A seating chart submitted by outgoing County Clerk Bill Kemp's office in mid-August already places Boyd in that seat. Kemp, who is retired yesterday, said he asked longtime incumbent Commissioner Merrill Hyde in July if he could submit a seating chart to the new commission. I told him, I don't know who the chairman is going to be, but for us to be able to use the voting system, we need to know where people are going to sit, said Kemp. I asked, is there some way to know where people are going to sit before September 1st? Kemp said that Hyde hand-delivered the seating chart on August 11th or 12th. The chart also places Hyde, who was first elected to the commission in 1994, in the chairman's seat, something commissioners also need to vote on at the meeting tonight. The state's Open Meeting Act, also known as the Sunshine Law, requires 2 or more commissioners to deliberate on voting matters in a public meeting and not privately. When contacted by a reporter on August 18th, Hyde acknowledged submitting the seating chart to Kemp, but said the Sunshine Law had not been violated. He said he asked commissioners to vote for him for chairman. Quote, I realize that the commissioners have to vote for me, he said. I put my name in there merely because I've been asking for it. If it happens, it happens. It's less clear why Boyd's name appears on the seating chart. I had put Boyd and Dotson on the first one I turned in. I don't know why I didn't put both on that copy, said Hyde, because that won't be decided until next month. It would be a Sunshine Law violation when 2 or more deliberate, and that hasn't happened. Isbell had also put the election of the new law director on the agenda, but says he's since withdrawn the name of his nominee. The commission meets tonight at 7 o'clock at the Sumner County Administration Building at 355 North Belvedere Drive in Gallatin. We'll talk more about it with Tina Lee in the next segment. Following the overwhelmingly positive reaction to its downtown skate park, the city of Dixon is considering building a playground in the same area. At the August 15th Finance and Management Committee meeting, Mayor Don L. Weiss Jr. told city council members that the Parks and Recreation Department is looking into the possibility of building a fire department-themed playground next to the skate park behind Dixon Fire Station No. 1 on Church Street. Conceptual drawings presented to the city's Parks and Recreation Advisory Board depict playground features resembling fire trucks, fire stations, and other similarly themed activities. Weiss told the committee the board is looking at the area next to the skate park where the city purchased property that includes a former automobile shop body shop building, the mayor said the building would be torn down and the facility could include a pavilion and bathrooms. In recent years, the city has applied for a Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthy Places grant to build a playground and fitness area in the same spot. Those grants provide pre-designed facilities and require signage for Blue Cross Blue Shield, while the city has to provide a location that meets the required footprint. The city has been turned down twice previously for those grants. The city purchased the site of the former Alvin Jones Chevrolet dealership on the corner of Church and East College Streets and built a new public parking lot. At the same time, it purchased the property behind the fire station from Dan Everston and in April opened the new skate park. The old body shop building, which is really an eyesore in our downtown area right now, we've looked at that building pretty extensively, Weiss said. The thing we noticed when we opened at the skate park was that when the parents were bringing their kids to the skate park, the younger kids who are not old enough to skateboard yet didn't really have anything to do. It's amazing that you sit here and watch how good the older kids are with the younger kids, but the more we saw that, we decided it would be good to talk with the park board about removing that building. We'd like to see a playground in that area along with the pavilion and a set of bathrooms. Weiss said he believes it would be a good addition to the area and bring more people downtown for recreation and other activities. He also said the preliminary concept would cost between $400,000 and $600,000. More detailed plans will be brought to the city council in the future. There you have it. Those are the top 3 stories for today's Mornings on Main Street. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Tina Lee will join us and talk more about the county commission seat open in Sumner County right now. So stick around. This is Main Street Media Television.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is, we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rock Castle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
Another look at downtown Nashville. Looks like our friendly truck there found his way out.
He fit himself cozy in there.
Well, at least the one headed down the street. Our friend here in the bottom side, he's just chilling in the right lane. Who needs? And it's not like there's not plenty of room right there to pull up. Like, I don't understand what the deal is.
Yeah, no, and he buckled up the truck. He's done for the day.
And still just chilling. Like he's on his phone right now, just scrolling TikTok or something. And
the hazards aren't even on.
He has no flashers on. He's just chilling in the middle of the road.
Real quick on the hazards thing, I love hazards because you can literally do whatever you want when you throw the hazards on.
Exactly. It's like, everyone has to get out of your way.
Exactly.
I mean, and definitely turn them on when it's raining. I mean, you should absolutely do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like so if you see a car and they're doing something and they don't have their hazards on, it's immediately like, what is this person doing? They're so crazy. This is insane that they're doing this. They throw their hazards on. It's like, oh, I just got to get around this guy.
So,
please, becomes okay.
Please don't turn your hazard lights on when it's raining, folks. I realized that sarcasm is a.
I actually didn't catch that either.
Yeah, it is a learned vernacular. So please don't do that. That was a joke. I'm joking.
Don't do it.
Please don't. All right. Anyway, it is a beautiful day here in Middle Tennessee, and we are continuing Mornings on Main Street. I'm Chris Yao. That was Justin Kulik, and we are pleased to be joined this morning by Sumner County reporter Tina Lee, who's going to tell us a little more about what's going on with the Sumner County Commission, because obviously in the August primary election for most state offices, there were a lot of county elections that were taking place, and in Sumner County, District 13's commissioner spot was apparently ended in a tie, too close to call, and therefore the county commission has a couple of options. They can either appoint someone or they can hold a runoff election, with an election being in November. That was initially the thought process, but it appears that may not be what the county commission is going to do. So Tina, thanks for joining us and for shedding some light on this.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about what you have learned in writing the story that we read this morning on the show. It appears that they're going to make a decision tonight on what to do, whether to appoint someone or to hold that runoff election. What do you know right now?
Well, what I know right now was, as reported in the story, it is on the agenda. It was noticed publicly that this is going to be discussed. They have two options. They can call for a runoff, which then the election office would set a date and call for that election. And it would likely be on the ballot again in November, or they do have the authority to appoint someone, and they could do that tonight. I think the big news was that a seating chart was submitted to the county clerk's office in mid-August that has the name of one of the people who are running. Terry Boyd's name is on that seating chart. So it just appears that decision has already been made. We know that we have several members of a group, Sumner County Constitutional Republicans, coming in they will be the majority. 13 people who are endorsed by this group will be coming on to the commission. It's a huge turnover for the commission. Terry Boyd was endorsed by this group. She would be the 14th person on the commission that had been endorsed by this group. So we'll see what they do tonight. I mean, it just looks like she's going to be appointed and they're going to put her in that seat, which they have the authority to do. The question is what's been going on behind the scenes for so long, and should that have been going on, especially from a group that ran on transparency in government.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, doesn't it just feel like, now tell me this, can this commission appoint someone temporarily, or would that seat just be open until a runoff or until the election could be reheld in November?
I do not know the answer to that. I don't know.
That's
something that I'll find out tonight. I mean, that's a good question. I do
Who
not
currently
know.
holds that seat, Tina?
Well, so they totally redrew all the districts.
Gotcha. That's right.
And redistricting, they totally redo the districts. And they also, this commission voted to go from having 2 people represent one district to having 1 person represent 24 districts so they went from 12 to 24 districts.
Gotcha.
And so a lot of changes. So really everybody's kind of new to their district. Even we have some incumbents coming back on the commission, of 6, I believe. Even their districts, changed. So they have a new number. So they're not technically considered incumbents, I guess. It's a whole new kind of ball game.
Right. They are just people who have served formally on the commission, not necessarily incumbents. That is interesting because obviously if they only had 12 districts beforehand, they certainly didn't have a District 13. So no one held that seat, which means we're in a situation that is, completely unprecedented. Has anyone said that, we're looking at what someone else has done in this situation? Or I don't know that this has ever happened before.
I don't know that they may have had a tie before. I know it's been really close, but I can think of a couple of elections where it's by 1 vote.
But then on top of that, though, when you're talking about, the redistricting and everything that goes along with that, it just seems like this is probably something completely unprecedented that Sumner County is having to deal with. And it just seems to me like the obvious choice here is to just put them on the ballot in November. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a special election. It's not going to cost the taxpayers any money to do it.
Right. Okay. So, and our papers our editorial board wrote an editorial. Why not just put it up to voters? I was talking to a county commissioner who made the point that the voters have already had their chance. I mean, they had their chance on August 4th. And to be honest, only 796 out of 4,900 went to vote. I mean, they had their chance. And in a runoff, typically you had 3 candidates, and maybe it was close between 2 candidates. And so this is not a typical kind of runoff. Like,
no,
this is basically a re-election. You've got the same 2 people. So I had heard it explained to me, voters already had their chance, and the commission is allowed to do it. So why shouldn't we? And I thought that was an interesting argument.
Well, the answer to that question is because they don't this person will not be representing you. Right. The answer to the question is that's not your representative to elect. And it just seems a little ridiculous that they would even think that it's okay to do that. And look, I am not the kind of person, and I don't mean to make this an opinion piece, but because I am really just curious about what's going on. But it really feels like this is just like you said in the story, Tina. It feels like it's already been decided.
It does kind of feel that way, and there's no shock that Sumner County is so Republican. I feel like there is, and it's not just the Sumner County constitutional. I mean, I think the Republicans just think they've worked hard to make this a Republican county, and they want to keep it that way. And that's the feeling I get. And I mean, I did the research, and the last time someone ran as a Democrat and won in Sumner County for county commission was 2010. And that was Steve Graves. And in 2014, he ran and he won. In 2010, he was on the commission. And then in 2014, I think he's maybe, I don't know, I can't speak for him, but in 2014 he ran as an independent, and so he was 2010 was the last time someone ran as a Democrat and won as a Democrat for county commission.
Which of these now? What was the final vote count in this election?
Between the two candidates.
Correct. Yes.
So each candidate with Ms. Boyd, Ms. Dotson, each candidate received 398 votes.
Wow. That is, and a recount is not an option. Is that something that we know or don't know?
I mean, I think they maybe already recounted. I mean, they're pretty.
Gotcha. Well, sometimes, and even with a recount, that doesn't necessarily mean, because you could recount them 3 times and get 3 different numbers. I mean, that's how recounts are. It's a weird thing. So you're never going to actually know what the final count was. So I think going with the 398 is interesting. I
feel like our election office is pretty right on with things, and I'm confident in whatever their count was.
Sure. So what we're saying tonight is that the Sumner County Commission could decide to just put one of these on the ballot, or put one of them in the seat, or put it on the November ballot. And we don't quite know just yet what would happen in the interim if they were to put it on the ballot.
I think if they were to put it on the ballot, that seat would just be open until November.
Right.
Is my impression. Now, could they put in someone in the interim? I mean, I guess they could. I don't know that. I should know that, but I don't.
Well, I mean, it's again, unprecedented situation. Like, I mean, it's hard to know the questions to ask when you've never seen anything like this before. I understand exactly what you're having to go through here. It's very, very unusual, but that does help clear some things up. I'm really curious to see what happens tonight in the event that a person is selected and placed in the seat by this commission. Do you feel like that's going to either way, is that going to cause some issues in that district? I mean, are people going to be okay with the commission just choosing their district representative? I
mean, I think, the 398 who voted for Ms. Boyd will probably be okay with it. Sure. I don't know. The 398 people who voted for Ms. Dotson, we may see them tonight at the county commission meeting. Sure. So I certainly think some people who voted for her would not want it to go that way. And I think there are questions about how it had this been decided ahead of time with the seating chart that was going around.
Yeah, that's the real question here, and I know that you will be all on top of it. Will you be at the meeting tonight?
Oh, you know it.
So do you? And I'm asking this because I just don't know. how can we get the most up to date and news from you once we find out what's happening?
You just tell me how you want to get the information.
You are on Twitter, right?
I am on Twitter, yes.
So
yes.
If in the event that something happens tonight, can we follow you there? Can we follow the either Gallatin or Hendersonville Twitter accounts? How quickly can folks know the answer to this? Would that be the best way?
But they could follow me on Twitter, yes.
What is your Twitter handle?
Tina Lee, at Tina Lee.
At Tina Lee. T-E-N-A, folks. You got to remember that part.
Yeah, just look up Tina Lee.
It would be
it's Tina Lee.
There aren't going to be many Tina Lees with the T-E-N-A, huh?
Right. I think it's at Tina Lee 1. Come to think of it.
At Tina Lee 1. I just followed you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, good.
I'm so fascinated by this, Tina. It is something that I've never seen in, covering local government for, a decade or more. I've never seen anything like this. And it's wild and crazy. And I love wild and crazy. They call me Captain Chaos. So I'm Captain Chaos and I'm here for it.
Well, I like that perspective. I think I've just been in Sumner County for so long that nothing surprises me anymore. And I think I need to be like, wow, like you more, right?
Well, this is going to be fun to watch, and at least for some people, and hopefully the commission will do the right thing, whatever that is. And I'm looking forward to finding out what it is. But Tina, thanks for taking some time with us today. We appreciate it.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it'll be the weather one more time. And what's today's national day? We'll tell you right after this on Morning.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Hey everyone, I'm John English. This is Keith Wallace, and we would like to welcome you to John English Antique Sports and Cards in Shelbyville, Tennessee. We specialize in graded and ungraded sports and non-sports cards, vintage wax boxes, and unopened cases. We have a large selection of PSA graded cards. We also specialize in old sports collectibles, baseball, football, basketball, golf, and tennis. You can find it all at John English Antique Sports and Cards. We are happy to be associated with Nashville's greatest sports antique, George Plaster.
I highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation because of their caring nature and attentiveness to detail.
Pre-planning your funeral now will bring you peace of mind and less stress to your loved ones. When the chaos of losing you happens, your family can honor and celebrate your life, knowing things are happening just as you wanted them to. Pre-planning determines the details of your funeral, cemetery services, and can be less expensive. We are honored to serve you and are always here for you in your time of need.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. One area I can help with is if you are newly or nearly retired, or maybe have changed jobs and have an old 401k account. You may need more information to help you clearly understand your options. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride, visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Still a beautiful day down. Still no clouds in the sky. Or are they down here in southern Middle Tennessee?
Man, how about that?
For a phenomenal day throughout Middle Tennessee, Justin.
Yes, absolutely. You want to go over a little bit of the weather today?
I would like to know, what is the weather going to be?
Well, thank you for asking, Chris. Today's weather is brought to you by Roy Meat Service. Whether it be a bologna sandwich, ribs, mac and cheese, or an RC Cola, you'll be in heaven. Roy is your local meat, Nashville local meat shop. They have fantastic staff, so highly attentive. Me and Chris are going to go try the Ez Fernando's quesadillas down there this weekend probably, and we highly recommend going out there and trying what they have to offer, and especially if you want to barbecue at home, because they have raw meat to go. Today's weather is beautiful as it looks. It's going to stay that way, hopefully. Well, if the weather predictions are right, it'll be really nice. The high is 90. The low is 67. Humidity's down. So get out there and enjoy it. That's your day's weather.
Today's weather.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Do love some weather. All right. Well, we've got a couple of things to get to, and one of them, Justin, is.
Today's date. My bad.
Speaking of great meat, how about National Burnt Ends Day? I love
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's like the it's really kind of like the fatty parts of like a brisket or whatever, but they just like, they're so crispy on the outside. And
oh, I love that.
Dude, burnt end are probably the best part of the brisket, in my opinion.
I mean, it sounds good. I'm all for crispy edges and soft inside. Big fan.
Yes, absolutely. So Kansas City's where these kind of originated, but
I see.
So yeah, big fan of burnt ends. Would love to have some of those today. I can tell you that. And what else have we got today? What is?
Chicken Boy Day.
We talked about the Gamecocks earlier. We started the show with Gamecocks. We end the show with Chicken Boy.
Exactly.
So Chicken Boy is a statue somewhere in, I think, LA. But he, it's
unbelievable.
It has its own website, like chickenboy.com. Like you can get stickers and all kinds of crazy stuff. But
so is it just a statue, or does it represent a restaurant?
You know, I
threw a lot at you there.
Like, I don't really know what it started as, but now that, okay, chickenboy.com, the true story of Chicken Boy. October 17th, 2007, it was installed on the rooftop of Future Studio Design and Gallery on historic Route 66 in Highland Park, a neighborhood just north of downtown Los Angeles. But it goes back to the 60s when he was hatched or customized for an international fiberglass big guy and installed atop a roof on Broadway in LA, not here.
Okay.
He spent the next many years peacefully standing guard. I mean, I don't think they're certainly not for a restaurant. So just,
right.
it was just made. Like they were like, hey, we're going to take this big guy. It looks like a Paul Bunyan, but they just put like a chicken mask on.
Yeah, no, it does look like a Paul Bunyan. That's a really good call, actually.
So I guess I don't know what he's holding there.
Bucket of chicken, I think.
Looks like
which
a
would be
bucket.
really messed up.
Right. It looks like one of those Home Depot 5-gallon buckets. So I don't know.
Right. That's true. He could be working on something. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, it was made out of fiberglass. So by a fiberglass company.
It's true. That is true.
It's crazy. This may be the largest fiberglass statue in all of the world. I don't know.
That's a pretty safe bet, I would say.
But I can tell you my useless knowledge here is that the largest cast iron statue in the world is in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's Vulcan.
Is it?
Yep. He overlooks the city from atop Red Mountain. And he has an apron on the front of his waist, but his bare bottom shows on the backside. So
is that right?
Yeah, there's always a full moon over Homewood. The town south of there. So
that's funny. That was a good tagline.
Chicken Boy Day.
Chicken Boy Day. How about it?
Chicken and burn ends. I'm here for it.
All day.
I'm going to get you out of here a little early. I know you got a meeting at 11, so we're going to do that. Look at you. Live on air. It's not even lit up.
Hey, John.
Why aren't you lit up?
How's it going? What did you say?
Why aren't you lit up?
What do you mean? I am lit up. I got good lighting.
Your on air sign.
Oh, I know. It's this. Thank you. Mr. John Dwyer says I'm glowing.
Yeah. I'm very. It's USB.
It's messed up.
That's so sad. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy the day, man. This has been Mornings on Main Street. Keep up at Tina Lee 1 for tonight to find out what's going to happen in Sumner County. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch from outside. It's certainly not going to be fun to watch from the inside if you're a Sumner County resident in District 13. Who knows what's going to happen? So, here we go.
Government's hands.
But one more time, this is Mornings on Main Street on Main Street Media Television. It's Thursday. Come back. We've got Devin O'Day at 11.
Yes.
I'll be here at 2 with Mo Patton on Main Street Sports Day and George Plaster, Watson Brown, Billy Derrick at 4 o'clock. This is Main Street Media Television. See you tomorrow.
See y'all.